see it, you see it? Come on, come on.
This is Howard on second down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Red, up. Hey, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Michelle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Richmond. Two jet. Tiger.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Richmond.
On 3rd down, Gabbert being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Glover Quinn came into the NFL as a cornerback, but he's morphed into one of the better safeties in the league, and he just finished this one off with that nice pick.
On first down, they run with Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hurry, hurry! Red Ransom! Red Ransom! Move! Red Ransom!
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to fire one. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
Black 22! Black 22! Reset! Black 39, feel it! Tiger! Black 39, feel it! Come back!
From the gun, Gabbert. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score the points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Desmond Bryant, the one to get him down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Glover Quinn there on the stop. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive...
That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brady now on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. Fighting to stay, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
18.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action, buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Dorsett on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Come back, come back.
2nd down, Gabbard. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the
big
passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it? Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He's going to fire one deep over, and that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Richmond. Come back. Red, Tiger. Green, Richmond.
Gabbert to throw this time. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Here's Gabbert. And able to find Dorsett. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Gabbert now to throw on 1st down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Richmond. 2J.
Throwing again. Gabbard on 2nd and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll throw again. Gabbard. And that'll be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Gabbard here again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Goskowski now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Come on, gotta go. 18. Red,
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy